Hi everyone, and welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Marissa, and I'll be your host for the next 3 days. Maybe you tuned in earlier this morning. I was hosting the XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm so excited to be back, and I'm joined here by the super talented Lisa.
Hi! I just touched the microphone.
So, hi everyone in the chat, in the Behance chat. Hi Jason, hi Mike.
Hey Mike!
Kaylin, Dina, Bruno. Hi everyone. All right, so today we have a full day planned, so I'm just gonna quickly take a look at the schedule for today. All right, so from 11 to 1 today, we're gonna be designing. Earlier this morning, I hosted the XD challenge from 8:30 to 9. And at 1, we have Jermaine with Paul Traney, and they're going to be doing some live design. So that is today. We also are going to be having a daily creative challenge for the next 2 days. So be sure to do a daily submission. So day 1, we're going to be prototyping stories for a social networking app, and that's what I designed earlier today for the XD Daily Creative Challenge. So be sure to watch that video. Day 2, we'll be completing tomorrow's challenge, so that will be, released tomorrow. And then day 3 is portfolio reviews, which is very exciting. So also half an hour into the show, be sure to tune into the chat and win, and you'll be winning this. Cool,
Get this one.
So be sure to tune in for the chat and win half an hour into the show. I guess you can use this to put your electronics, maybe pencils, and maybe your
mouse and mouse pad and little phones and stuff.
Yeah, super cool. All right, so Lisa, how about you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you'll be working on for the next 3 days?
Okay, I have slide ready, so. All right, my name is Lisa Inoue. I'm from agency in San Diego. I'm a UI UX designer, and I like to call myself strategist as well. You can check out my portfolio over here if you're interested in. Then, quickly, I am originally born and grew up in Tokyo, Japan. Moved to the U.S. in 2009 to study abroad at University of Oregon. Then I studied advertising, digital art. That's how I kind of got into designing it. Designing stuff. Then I got my first job in San Diego as a visual designer, where I learned about digital design and print design. And now I'm a UI UX designer at Vitro.
Woo!
Then I just wanted to show my quick photo. This from Tsukiji, and I'm pretty game nerd, so I want to show my N64 series over here.
Who else still has their Nintendo 64? I do.
Yeah, that's like the best game. I play so much that I need to wear really thick glasses right now, which is unfortunate, but it's a good time. Then I want to talk about my company, our company Vitro. I'm a UI UX designer in an agency setting. I design a lot of stuff, but it's not necessarily, it's a solo work. I work closely with digital strategists, web analysis, developer, copywriters, art director, and the producer. It's any project we worked on is like the team effort. So I wanted to call that out. You can't really do design work or any project by yourself. So I love the team working environment. Yeah. And we get to work on awesome clients like Adidas is one of them, UC San Diego. This is kind of quick view of what we worked on. If you guys are interested in following Vitro, you can find over here, website, and follow the social.
Cool. So today, what are you going to be working on?
I'm working on ramen kiosk app, where I have this ramen pin over here.
That is so cool.
If you guys can see it.
So I was telling Lisa that I've never tried ramen.
Oh,
so I know.
I need to feed you ramen.
Yeah, I definitely want to try ramen while I'm here in San Francisco. So if anyone has any restaurant suggestions that I can maybe go to in San Francisco, let me know.
Yeah, downtown area, so then we can walk to that nice,
sure.
cozy ramen shop. So my little tagline is let app take care of customized ramen and order and billing. So I had this kind of idea of if we can pre-order everything like the Starbucks app or Panera app, that might be interesting. So that's how all idea came up. This slide quickly shows how I usually approach the project. I like to know what exactly this ramen or industry is doing. So I typically go through a research phase. Then I do wireframing prototype, which involves sketching, layout, figuring out the content hierarchy, and hopefully today we can do like little screen linking. Then after the layout is done, then I finally evolve in a visual design. But I usually start from the mood board, typography, color, stuff like that. So hopefully day 2, day 3, we can explore that kind of workflow.
Yeah.
So day 1, I will show the research that I did. I read a lot. I actually went through the ramen shop. I talked to my Japanese friend about ramen, older flow. So I will show you that. Then we'll do a little wireframe today.
It looks like Andre wants your ramen pin. Maybe tell him where you got it from.
Oh yeah, my friend Seth actually got this really cool ramen pin. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's really cool. This.
It looks so cool.
Steamed
And what about
ramen.
your shirt? What is that?
Oh yeah, this is my awesome company shirt.
It's like a pirate ship.
Yep, Vitra as a we still share. That's the theme came from.
That's cool.
All right, so let me dive into
Adobe XD.
my presentation.
Oh, okay.
So this big idea came from this one statement. Who doesn't like ramen? Ramen has been very intensely popular in Japan. He is a ramen nerd, ramen critics who went over like 9,000 ramen shop, which his name was, I forgot what his name is. Kazuma something. But anywho,
wow.
he is Hideyuki Ishigami. He has ramen critiques and he ate probably more than like 1 million bowl of ramen. So ramen has been very popular, not only to him, but in every Japanese people. And this is a quick snapshot of the San Diego downtown. There's like more than 15 ramen shops in this little tiny area.
Wow.
And the third image is like the line in Ippudo ramen shop in Berkeley. So it's been very, very popular.
Wow.
So I wanted to do this really cool thing. Then I started digging in the difference between Japanese way to consume ramen and how people are eating ramen in the U.S. In terms of consuming, it's more like the older flow and how people like pay stuff. So I will walk you through what I found out.
Exciting.
Then when I dig in the information, I kind of like pinpoint what exactly I wanted to know. So there's a theme. Wanted to know the main customer segment, what's important to them, what is the significant difference of the restaurant experience. So I have those 3 bullets. There's a Japanese version and US version.
So I guess the main customer segment is busy business people.
Yeah.
Because they're working a lot, so they get hungry.
Yeah, and it's like kind of like messy food to eat. So like it's been popular for the man. Japanese businessman doesn't take lunch break like half an hour. Well, I mean like doesn't take 60 minutes, luxurious lunch break. They like take only half an hour, need to go in and out.
Yeah.
So that's like going to the next point, like the speed is very important to them. Like I don't have time, I need to like go in and out. Therefore dining experience is less important than taste and quality.
Yeah, for sure.
So
this is making everyone hungry.
I know.
Everyone in the chat's like, I'm hungry.
So then, in order to increase the speed and efficiency, Japanese people came up with this ramen ticketing machine, self-service setting. And I just thought that maybe people are going to be thinking, what the heck is ramen ticketing machine? So I have this really quick video to walk you through how this works.
Ooh, cool.
So basically, every restaurant setting, you have this kiosk machine. You insert the cash. You can pick and choose what you want, either like just the ramen or the side dishes. Then this machine will spill out the ticket.
Oh, neat.
You can take the change too if you insert more cash.
That
Then
is so
you
cool.
bring the ticket to the counter, and that's where the server actually take the order and serve it to you.
That is so cool.
So that's the typical flow, and I also learned that that is coming to the United States, northern San Diego. So I thought it might be interesting to kind of walk you guys through.
Do you know when, maybe?
It's like a couple months.
A couple months?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't really like read through it, but it's
Okay.
like high tech thing is coming through. It's like whoa.
That's cool.
So then I wanted to do pros and cons on ticketing machine because when I was looking at this and like reading stuff about it, something like didn't click me right. So I just like organized those functionality. So first slide, talk about pros of the machine. It's faster than manual order, obviously, because machine is taking care of it and everything.
Yeah.
Eliminates in time and labor, so then you don't have to wait for the server. You can like go in, like walk in, just like order everything, and good to go. Japanese economy is still based on the cash a lot of time, so having a machine helps eliminate billing errors and stuff like that in the nature.
Yeah.
The cool part of this machine is they can analyze the data. Since this is a digital screen, they can see like, you know, which ramen is popular, what time. I don't think they can like take gender or, you know, age and stuff like that, but more like basic information they can analyze it. And language translation, since we have a lot of foreigners or tourists, as you can see on the left top corner, there's they can,
Just
for this
press
one,
it.
yeah, you can like press and switch it. This one have English, Korean, Chinese. Then they can also promote certain elements. This red button actually says the popular one, so you can like switch the tab and figure out which is, or like that in terms of restaurant perspective, they can promote certain one. This one has the bigger sizing, so that's another way to promote the ramen.
What about the orange?
The orange one, so this one particularly, orange one says miso soup.
Okay.
And this is, I think, shoyu soup version. So they're trying to use a color coding. And I'll walk you through why this is so bad. Like, look, there's a red button over here. This is all red. You feel like this is all related, but actually not. This is saying change by using the same red color, so it just gets kind of crazy.
This is making me so hungry.
So then I have the cons of ticketing machine. As we walk through, GUI is pretty bad. No rooms for explanation. They only have the name of the ramen. It doesn't talk about, you know, where it's come from, what's included, or, you know, what kind of seasonality it's good for to be consumed, stuff like that. It's spitting out the physical ticket. Once you make a mistake, you cannot take it back unless you want to walk up to the guy and like, hey, sorry, I just missed it.
I made an order or mistake.
Yeah. Then limited translation. The space is limited, and also I don't think they're gonna do like really robust translation. So if you are a foreigner, don't really know about ramen, it will be very limited experience. Then typically good ramen shop has very long line. So if you are first timer using the machine, people watching you or like standing right behind you and trying to figure out what to order, it's gonna be such a pressure, not pleasant user experience. A lot of time you can actually customize the ramen, but you know, again, people are like waiting behind you. You can't really take your time.
Yeah.
So that's the overview of ticketing machine.
I wonder how long a lineup would be. Like a couple hours?
Yeah, it depends on the ramen shop, but the one in San Diego, Mania Ultra, that's like 45 on like an hour and a half ramen line.
Well, it must be good.
It is.
It must be good food.
I
if
think
you're gonna
so.
wait in line for
Yeah, so
an hour.
That's like a typical, I think it's becoming pretty typical ramen scene in United States too.
Yeah.
So you need to expect long line if you want to get good ramen.
Has anyone ever waited in line for food or ramen? Let us know in the chat.
Then I wanted to walk you through how United States or maybe like rest of the country does those ramen restaurant. Typically, it's a very trendy, new hipster food, so people tend to be more younger demographic.
Yeah.
What's important to them is kind of bringing in more like Japanese authenticity and like the crafts part, dining experience like this one. It's like very nice lit, modern, having like nice wine glass type of water, that kind of like
very nice.
more high-end dining experience becoming more norm of ramen shop around here. Restaurant experience itself is like traditional, and hand-holding guidance means, the server come up to you if you have any question, you can ask about it. It's very typical.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So my big theme was, what if we can merge the benefits of this both ramen experience? It can be still very efficient, but still like you can ask question, a concierge type of service. So then I came up with this like one main statement: create a ramen ordering experience that unites concierge level service and dining efficiency. So following this as a theme, I will design the ramen app and walk you through the wireframe and design and stuff like that.
Wow, that is so cool. Love your explanation and just the process of how you came up with this app. So I'm very excited. Can't wait to get into designing the wireframes today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show you how I approach the project, because having those knowledge really helps like thinking about the functionality or what feature you want to incorporate, like what content is very important to be featured. So yeah, hopefully this helped you guys to kind of understand what we are trying to do.
And guys, so we have around 13 minutes or 12 minutes for you to win this prize. So you can use it to put your electronics, maybe a mouse or pencils and pens, but we have Chat and Win coming up. 11 more, it's counting down, so be sure to chat and win soon. So, all right.
All right, so should we dive in?
Yeah, let's dive in.
Okay. So I typically start from sketching phase. If I can show this little thing. This is my really quick notes, but it really helps with the actual like pencil, so then you can erase it. A lot of time I just scribble a bunch of notes, so then nothing is final, but at least you have your thoughts taken. Thoughts is like there. You don't forget what you are doing. So that's how I do wireframe.
Yeah, they're sketching.
Oh yeah. So let me show you.
So we're gonna
wireframe.
Okay, so we're in Adobe XD now, and we're gonna see the wireframe for the ramen app.
So after taking a bunch of notes on my little pen and paper stage, I like to also do kind of like laying out the ideas and organizing by possibly more like functionality or what certain button wants to do or I want them to do. So then I organize, for example, ramen shop, this app particularly, I wanted to focus on this ordering system, so I kind of break it down to stages. Then checking out, there's a couple options, you can dine in, pick up, delivery, so those notes I wanted to make sure it's somewhere so then I don't forget while I'm wireframe.
So it looks like Jean, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, they asked, would you show your UI, the sketch? Would you show that to clients?
Typically, I don't show this to client because this is my like little baby that I still need it it probably depends on the project, but like the way we work together is I'm a designer, but I have like other strategists or internal teams. So I just do this for myself, and I actually lay down in a wireframe state, which is like a lot cleaner. It's easier for other people to understand. And I present cleaner wireframe to internal team, and after that's vetted, that will finally go into the client.
Okay, and I guess your high-level wireframe would be done in XD?
Yeah. So I will never, I don't know, it's your personal preference, but I prefer to have like cleaner, actually like solid client presentation is like the final presentation for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, be careful when you present something to client because you don't want to really present
something that's not
stuff.
not done yet.
So, yeah, hope that answered the question.
Great. All right, so this is your architecture / ideas. So now we're gonna move over to
My
inspirational.
So, if you are familiar with the industry or those app design, yes, you can like straight dive into the sketching or like the wireframing. But I typically like to do inspirational research and also like competitive analysis. So comparative analysis means you are not comparing the direct competitors, but it's like you're taking the inspiration from business or industry that do something similar.
Yeah.
So my thought was maybe those like e-commerce side, like the Target, might do something similar. I was initially gonna do ramen finder, so I got inspiration from like Yelp as well. So those are the first row. Then the second, third row is from screenshot from Panera, Starbucks, Subway app. The reason why I picked this 3 company is the ramen tend to be more hipster, young audience, kind of like care about crafty things. So, Panera will be a good example. It's like really targeting the young audience. Starbucks is really popular among young audience as well. So I want to like pull those screenshots and kind of like think about how they organize their navigation, what kind of language they use, what kind of layout is like, resonating to them. So
have you gained inspiration on maybe what typefaces to use or?
Yeah, like I like how they cut out the images. It's like really nice and clean. I like the Starbucks very simple navigation. And I particularly like the way they organize those cards. So you're gonna see the similarity on my wireframe. I really like Subway's. They build the sandwich. You can actually see the inside, which I thought about doing it, but I don't know. I didn't want to copy it, so I did something different. So then I can walk through the wireframe.
All right, so now we're gonna get into the wireframes.
Should I just start?
Sure.
Okay. So I've been downloading Adobe's preset, which is I have this like the wireframe that Adobe provides, so I can like take the button shape and easy icons and stuff from here.
And just super quickly, so if you want to see all the free UI kits that come with Adobe XD, all you need to go to is File, Get UI Kits, and we have an Apple iOS, Google Materials, and Microsoft Windows UI kits, and you can also see the different wireframes that you can download, and you just select it, and there's the wireframe that we're using today.
Yay. It's very convenient. It doesn't take time to actually do the button and stuff, but it's kind of nice to have everything already set for you.
Yeah.
So then you literally just have to pull in. So now another thing I have is since I have Android phone, I have Material Design UI kit open too. So then if you want to do more like close to real comp, you can actually take, this like app navigation stuff like that. So I'm gonna actually take this. Oops. I'm gonna paste here.
And just really quickly, so 4 more minutes until our chat and win. And this is today's prize. So it's a really nice pencil case, or maybe you can add, your computer charger or whatever you want. You can just chat and win this really cool prize. So stay tuned, 4 more minutes.
Yeah, don't forget to enter.
Don't forget.
So now I have this the app bar ready. And now I already have symbol over here, but I just like to rename app bar or something. Since it's symbol, I can like copy and paste anywhere. And you might notice I like to use grid, so then you can make sure like things align and stuff like that. The one thing I really care about is just like really outer grid over here.
So you're using the layout grid right now?
I think so, that one.
Yeah, and you can also use, I guess, maybe select the layout. So there's a square grid you can choose from as well. So which grid, I guess, do you recommend for mobile design, or is it just up to the user's preferences?
I like to do this because the grid one, my eyes just get confused like which exact line I was following. Like I was looking at it and it might be like, go here. I don't know, I never really use square. I always use
the layout grid? Yeah,
partially because I do a lot of responsive web design, so I need to like really follow the grid and column.
For sure.
So I like to do this, but it's really up to anyone.
Yeah, it's up to you.
So then let's start from the login screen. So I'm gonna start creating a bunch of shapes. It's gonna be our logo. Then I'm gonna take the button. So I'm gonna take cool looking button from here. Yeah, this one. Oops.
So to copy over elements, you're just hitting Command C on your keyboard, and then Command V to paste it onto your working file.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then I'm not trying to be pixel perfect, but I love to, so I'm gonna fix this. Oh, so the one thing I forgot to mention, I love to do wireframe and grayscale, so I have the gray shade set over here. And
so a few questions. So Ranjit, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, they're asking, is it for an iPhone X? So I guess what artboard are you using?
I'm using iPhone 6, 7, 8 because I have this device hooked up over here.
Okay, so iPhone 6, 7, 8 artboard.
Yeah, because I'm actually using the real device to kind of check the spacing and stuff like that. So I'm like matching the artboard with the device that I'm testing.
Cool, cool, cool.
So now I have a button. Then I love to organize stuff as much as possible. So I will.
So you have your colors, character styles, and you're also adding symbols as you design to the assets panel. So that's a really good use of the assets panel. And you can also rename all your assets, which is really neat.
Yeah, and I know that I'm gonna have primary button and secondary buttons, so that's what I'm doing while I go. Like to keep color consistent, so then not adding unnecessary hierarchy.
All right, so countdown to win this really great prize. Oops, upside down. So be sure to chat and win very soon, and you can win this prize.
Wait, how many minutes they got?
Seconds. We're counting down. 28. So be sure to chat and win very soon. This could be yours.
Yeah, who doesn't want that awesome pouch?
Yeah, who doesn't want this? This is really great.
So
and it's big, so you can fit anything you want. You can fit, I think we said a mouse or your computer charger.
Like those stuff.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, does it fit? Yeah, if you kind of, there we go.
Your little travel kit.
Yeah. So you can just fit anything you like in there. So, okay. Yay! Okay, it started. So chat and win, say hi, tell us where you're from, tell us if you want it. Adriano, Gladstone,
Jason,
Gabrielle wants one, Dina wants one. Come on. Okay, we're back. This could be yours. Go on, chat and win.
Go, go, go.
Go, go.
Go,
Woo! Come on, you can do it. Okay. Aaron wants one. Dennis wants one. Orlando. Gabrielle.
Yes, UX.
Come on. Woo! This could be yours. Okay, so congratulations to Jared. Woo! You won. This is yours.
Woo, woo.
Woo! So the Bien's team will be in touch with you, and this is gonna be yours. Congratulations.
Yeah, take us photo when you get it.
Yeah, take a photo. All right.
Awesome.
Great.
So I am gonna continue working on.
Okay, so right now we're just designing, I guess this is the login screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So this is for our ramen app, and right now we're just designing the wireframe, and we're keeping it grayscale because it's the wireframe, so we're not gonna add too much detail.
Yeah, I like to do grayscale because once I used to just make the button colorful and stuff to make sure it's like pop, but I got the feedback from other UX designers like, hey, it's important that, you know, the button still stands out without having color because that's truly really follow the content hierarchy. I was like, great. So I start doing more like grayscale, you know, wireframe.
Yeah, grayscale, keeping it grayscale.
So then what I'm trying to be cognizant is any type that I include on a design, I try to like follow this character style because the cool thing is if you set up the wireframe right and go into the design phase, you can actually change the assets here globally. So that will save you time like at the end of the project.
And just a quick thing to note, this has happened to me, but if you want to apply the assets in this list view, you have to make sure you select the
the
icon.
part.
Yeah. So not the full button, like that full area, but you have to make sure you select the actual to apply the styles or the assets.
Yeah, I'm finally getting used to it, but I'm like keep selecting here. Like, no, I'm changing this.
Yeah.
You know, naming. Then I like to keep organizing my file too, so then it's just save you time at the end of the project.
Yeah, so it's really helpful to also go into the layers panel and just organize your assets as you design. That way everything is organized.
Yeah.
So how did you get the emoji?
Oh, this emoji?
Yeah.
There might be a better way to do it, but the way I'm doing it is I actually just open up the text edit, then go to like the Mac default thing, go to like emojis and symbols. Then you can just type in whatever here, and you copy that.
And then you just paste it.
Yeah, I was like just trying like, hey, this gonna work, and it worked.
Cool.
So I've been doing this for fun.
Cool. Okay, so that's just shortcut to getting emojis into your artboard.
Yeah. So I guess that was my little secret trick. So then the login screen, what I did is I want to make sure this is easy enough. The main call to action is if the user are logged into the app, we can like eventually keep track on their ramen preference and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that's available. Create account. If you're not signed in or don't have an account, I want to make sure this is, you know, accessible as well. But also, it's been nice that some of the app doesn't require you to actually create account if you want to like immediately use it. It's just like nice and quicker way. So I want to make sure those 3 buttons are available.
Great.
Then, sorry, one thing I forgot to add.
So just quick thing to mention. So Lisa got her buttons from the free UI kits that come with Adobe XD. So it's from the wireframe UI kit. So all you need to do if you want to get it for your own design, you just need to go to File, Get UI Kits, click wireframes. We also have an Apple iOS UI kit, Google Materials, and Microsoft Windows UI kit. So just click wireframes and you can download it here. So really great resource for you to use.
Oops. Oh yeah, then I'm grabbing this, so then I have to like recreate it. Nice.
So just copying and pasting the wireframe elements.
Yes.
So again, we also have a daily challenge today. So if you tuned in earlier this morning, I hosted the XD Daily Creative Challenge. So we are going to be, or we were prototyping a stories, I guess, feature for a social media app. So be sure to watch the video and recreate it, because I'm excited to see your designs, I guess, later in this show.
How did you come up with your social media app?
Well,
thinking about that?
Yeah, I guess it's just kind of thinking about what's a great way to teach users, because I have to go through step by step how to create different screens for the XD Daily Creative Challenge. So I think that was a good way to start off the challenge, by prototyping a stories feature and also incorporating how to use the repeat grid. Yeah.
I love repeat grid.
Yeah, the repeat
grid. We get
grid.
to the point today.
I think that's my favorite feature in Adobe XD.
It's very satisfying if you set up the file right.
Yeah. Yeah. All you need to do is just press Command R on your keyboard on a Mac computer, or Control R, and you get the repeat grid.
I didn't know that shortcut.
Yeah.
Let's go this one.
Yeah, you can press that too. Whatever you prefer. So I guess in the chat, what is your favorite feature in Adobe XD? Let us know.
I'd love to know what people are saying.
So right now we're just designing the social media buttons for the app.
Yeah, so this is a login screen that I was thinking. I think they should be able to, oops, actually, this is not the right one. They should be able to use their email address, then add the password. But if they want to log in via social, they should be able to do so. That's why you have those social icons over here. So if you want to like hook up with your
Facebook, Twitter,
yeah,
Google+. Okay, so if you want to log in with your email,
yeah, they should be able to.
Yeah, and then social media, if you want to log in via Facebook, Twitter, you can click the social media icons below.
Yeah, so that's the intention. And now I'm adding, don't have an account, sign up or continue as guest. So the reason why I'm doing this is if you just thinking about how user might accidentally get to this screen, like, hey, I actually didn't have any account, but I accidentally pressed this login. I just want to make sure the way that they can either switch how they sign up or, continue as a guest. You can easily put the back button by like having everything exposed, so then they don't have to like keep going back and forth different screen. So that's what I have. Then I will name this as login screen because that's what it is.
So it looks like Thomas says his favorite features are the repeat grid, dragging text files. Yeah, that's a really cool feature. And dragging group photos. Yeah, so with the repeat grid, you can select photos and just drag and drop it onto the objects that are within the repeat grid. You can also drag and drop a text file into a text area or text object if you've created that as part of the repeat grid, and it automatically populates. That's really cool. It looks like Kevin says that, okay. Well, we're working on, I'm sure XD has some really great features that are coming out quite often, so definitely follow Adobe XD on Twitter. They usually tweet out some upcoming features. Yeah, everyone loves the repeat grid, drag and drop, text file, drag and drop images. Yeah, that's a really cool feature.
So I just finished my login flow. Welcome screen, you get little quick copy like, hey, welcome to Ramen Ichiro, that's my ramen shop name. Then if you choose to log in, you can click it and hopefully we'll link to this screen. If users start interacting with those fields, it will start, you can like type it in. This is like the stage that you finished. Then now I'm gonna go through homepage. Slow?
So is it Ramen Ichiro?
Ichiro? Like Ichiro from Mariners?
Am I saying it right?
Yeah,
Ichiro. Okay.
Everyone calls Ichiro, that's like, Ichiro. I guess American way, but that sounds more, kind of nice. Then I'll try to find the navigation.
So 47 minutes until the daily challenge submissions deadline. Both Lisa and I will be looking over your daily submissions. And today's daily submission is prototyping stories for a social media app. If you've tuned into the XD Daily Creative Challenge today, I was hosting it, and we prototyped a stories feature for a social media app. So definitely check out that video, and can't wait to see what you come up with in 47 minutes.
I'm trying to find some sort of cart icons.
So Naruto. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name.
Naruto?
Sorry?
Naruto?
Oh, Naruto.
I think so.
Okay.
Or Naruhito.
Okay, Naruto. Am I saying that right?
Naruhito.
Okay. He says that naming assets is also his favorite feature. Yes, that's a really good feature. Brandon says the next best feature in his workflow is exporting the prototype via private links. Make sharing with clients so convenient. That's so true. Yeah, so if you want to share your designs or prototypes with maybe your coworkers or clients, you can easily share them. I guess I could quickly show you how to do that. So let's say you have a few designs or artboards to share. All you need to do is select them all and click the sharing icon here. You can publish them as a prototype. And then you just create a public link, or you can create a private link by enabling require password. Type in your password, and then you can just create, a link. And then whoever goes to that link, they can see all of the design specs. So just giving it a minute to load. Just gonna click this link, or you can just click this to go straight to the web page. And there you go. So you can just see the prototype in action, and this can be shared with anyone you like, which is super cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So now I'm working on the homepage. I wanted to do something that...
Okay, so that's like a...
Because I want to prove a couple options. So here, they can dine in or pick up, but of course, they should be able to do delivery.
And to duplicate, did you just press Command D? Or did you do... Oh, okay.
I dragged this just like that.
Okay.
Option. I do hold option and holding the shift so that it's in the same position.
Okay, so option, and then, holding down shift, you can also duplicate elements and drag them in place.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient. But I think the cool thing is that's same as Photoshop and any application. You know, in Illustrator or InDesign.
Yeah, you just hold down Option and drag it, and then it usually just duplicates the objects.
Yeah, and I like that when you like reordering the assets to over here.
Yeah.
You like command this like square bracket, and that's like the same as, you know, Illustrator and Photoshop, which I use both while designing the digital project all the time. So it's nice that some of the, you know, keyboard structure, I mean, shortcut is like exactly the same.
Yeah, so it's really easy to, I guess, if you're just starting out in Adobe XD and, you know, you're wondering what are some shortcuts you can use if you're more familiar with maybe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. I guess one of them for duplicating elements, because that's something I guess us designers do often. You can press Command D to duplicate. You can hold down Option to duplicate. There's just so many cool ways that you can easily transition into Adobe XD.
Yeah.
So that's a down arrow. And that was from the free wireframe kit that's available in Adobe XD.
Yeah, it's very nice and convenient. I'm just taking that shape.
So I guess for the wireframe, maybe if you're just tuning in, it's, I guess, in good practice to keep your wireframes grayscale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can add color, which I think there's like no right way or wrong way to do it, but what I do usually involves the content hierarchy a lot. So I didn't want to like have unnecessary attention to buttons, so then you missing like that, you know, headlines importance and stuff like that.
Yeah, so just I guess keeping it grayscale, it allows the focus to be on content hierarchy and not just if it looks pretty or not.
Yeah, you don't want to really style too much, although I like to think about styling early on, like at least layout, so then you can start iterating if that's gonna work or not in the early stage.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean everyone should do the same way.
Okay, so Kevin asks, can you recommend any books about UI or UX or resources to learn UI or UX? I guess right off the bat, so again, we have the XD Daily Creative Challenge, and that's just a really great way for you to learn more about UI design. We have a daily challenge, so every day from, well, we started today and up until Friday, and then all of next week you can create a new UI. So that's just a really great way for you to practice, whether you're a beginner, and if you just want to take this up as a hobby. And the challenges are pretty easy to grasp, so they're not too challenging, but we always encourage different ways to create your screens and maybe challenge you. So definitely you can tune into that. Do you have any books maybe?
I guess there's a lot of online like articles that I subscribe to. Web design news, that's like great resource to subscribe. So then they like constantly gives you like, hey, this is a new CSS trend. This is like the new trend for like the mobile app and web app. So I read the article a lot, and I guess best way to practice is like she mentioned, like you should do daily challenge, and the great way to improve is actually you show it to somebody who is like experienced and get the feedback. And I think that's like the best way to learn a lot quicker than just, you know, reading a book. I mean, nothing wrong with reading a book, but I don't like reading books, so I would say just do it and get the feedback. I think that's a great way to practice your skills.
So Kieran in the chat, he mentioned Don't Make Me Think. I've actually read that book too. That's a really great book for you to read if you want to get into user experience design. Very easy read. It's pretty straightforward. It gives you tips on just best practices to like the best way to approach UX design, make sure your user experience is easy for your users, whether it's on web or mobile. That's a really great book.
Nielsen Norman's article is great too. They do a lot of UX studies. So if you are interested in particular contents, like what's the best way to design a form, or like what the top 5 best optimized e-commerce or stuff like that. They have like very specialized article too. So if you have something specific in mind, those are great research article as well. Because you can't really do that kind of in-depth research by yourself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have those like institution publishing the best practice and stuff like that.
Yeah. So in addition to, I guess, the live show, books you can read, we also have a Slack channel as part of the Daily Creative Challenge that you can join. So if you want design feedback or, I think that's a really great way for you to also sign up to and just get some great feedback and join a community of people interested in UI design and UX design. So definitely join the Slack channel. I guess I can show you it real quickly. So in our Slack channel, the first thing you're going to want to do is just introduce yourself and just tell us where you're from. So this is our Slack channel. There's so many people who've joined already. Everyone is super interested in UI design, so definitely join the Slack channel. Every day for the XD Daily Creative Challenge, we post a challenge there, so encourage you to join. I'll be hosting for the next 2 weeks. And the design feedback channel is really great because maybe you want feedback on your design and just to see what everyone else is working on. Definitely post your designs here and you'll get some great feedback.
Do you do any mentorship and teaching and stuff like that?
I don't do mentorship, but I do have my own, I guess, YouTube channel. So I do tutorials on UI design and also web development. So, coding websites and landing pages. I do have that.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know if that's a mentorship, but that's something I guess you can check out.
Yeah, I think that was a great video. I checked out a couple of them.
Oh, really? Yeah. So do you have a mentor or?
No, I have a great mentor. Jessica Moon.
Oh, Jessica Moon. She's been on the Adobe Live before, right?
Yeah, I'm so lucky to have somebody super experienced like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to have experts checking your work because you can learn by yourself so much, and I miss that.
Yeah. All right, so right now we're working on, I guess, the order.
This is homepage. So I'm
Okay.
still working on this. Okay.
So is that in a repeat grid?
No, I just manually drag and drop, which I
Okay.
could have done repeat grid.
Yeah, so like if you're doing, I guess, repeating elements, this is kind of similar. You can use the repeat grid to, so exactly, you just,
One.
yep, there we go.
I don't think
Yeah.
about this when it's like 2, but yes,
Yeah.
you should definitely use this.
And if you have, I know a lot of people in the Behance chat, they mentioned their favorite feature is dragging and dropping text file and images. So if you have multiple images, you can just drag and drop it onto the repeat grid, I guess the image area. And then if you have a text file with the different, I guess, food descriptions, you can drag and drop it into the text area.
Whew, so this is my home page. You log in and you're gonna land on this page, and if you are interested in starting the order, you can like immediately take an action over here. If you want to deliver order, you can have another button to go different page experience. Then I also wanted to do like some sort of like promo content. So then we have today's special section. We have the spicy negi ramen as different seasonal promo item. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Then I'll walk you through the fun part.
What's my okay? So Nisha, sorry again if I'm mispronouncing your name. You're asking me what my YouTube channel is. So it's Exopixel. So just search for that. Some shameless promotion. Oh, and I don't think I got a chance to show your portfolio, so I wouldn't mind showing your portfolio real quick.
Just kidding.
Okay, super nice portfolio.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so this is Lisa's portfolio. It's so nice. So she has her work here. Did you code this yourself? Or did you use...
I tweak the CSS here and there, but this is awesome theme called, I forgot what it's called. Simplice?
Okay. And what's the, I guess, is this WordPress or?
Yeah, it is a WordPress site.
Okay.
Simplice was pre-coded, but you can like stylize and customize a lot. It's very intuitive. All those graphic, I made it, but yeah, in terms of structure and stuff, it's super intuitive.
This is so nice.
Oh, I'm so scared. I thought it's not loading for a quick sec.
It's really good. So you've worked with, or you've created a website?
Yeah, that
Adidas?
particular project was Adidas Golf. Our main client had separate website that was like adidasgolf.com adidasgolf.com or something like that. But they wanted to like migrate their independent website into adidasgolf.com. So we helped them.
So your wireframes here?
That is the information architecture that we did together. We kind of identify what kind of contents that we wanted to keep from Golf page and migrate into the .com. Then we work closely with Adidas.com developer. This is the wireframe that I did. That particular example, I make sure like everything is black and white scheme, but those blue dots actually like it's a functionality note.
Oh, so you click it and then it's...
Or it's like each thing has a number and associated description is on the right-hand side.
Neat.
So then, during the client presentation, I can walk you through exactly what we were thinking, but of course there's a couple people cannot attend always. So then notes are already taken, so then we can just deliver the PDF. So then whoever couldn't attend the meeting still can understand what exactly we talked about, intention and stuff like that. So it's nice to add that kind of notes if you're delivering wireframe to the client.
Nice. This is so good. So check out Lisa's portfolio to just get a sense of her work. She's worked with some really big brands. So yeah, that's exciting. Adidas. Yeah.
UC San Diego is a fun project too. It's an awesome client. The website that we did, we took a module build approach. So we created the individual module as a component. So then at the end of the day, client can insert like this module, this module, this module to build the page experience. So it's an interesting way to approach the website build.
I love your presentation.
Thank you.
Very nice.
All those free resources help me to achieve those.
Very detailed.
Yeah, if you want to, you can take two approach for your portfolio. The one is more UI heavy, which you show your design skills a lot. But what I wanted to focus on is my UX skills, where I could think about like a strategist. It's not just like designing it, but like I wanted to make sure like I have like thoughts behind all those things that I do.
Yeah, very high level.
So I wanted to make sure I explain stuff. Hence, I put a lot of details in there.
Great. So what are you designing now?
I'm designing the older screens.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is, let's see. So this should be different navigation. But what basically, after you click this, I'm hungry, and I want people to start ordering the food. Then I have one call out. You can customize your ramen, but I also wanted to do, if they are the newbies like you, never tried ramen.
Yeah, I've never tried ramen before. But I will try it while I'm here in San Francisco. I have to.
It's best noodle if you are after the bar hopping.
Yeah. So if anyone has any recommendations of really good ramen in San Francisco, tell them in the
I
chat.
actually haven't tried ramen in here yet, so I'm very curious too.
I'm so hungry right now. This is making me hungry. This ramen
Well, wait
app.
till I do the design one. It will be so
I know with
image
the photos.
heavy.
Oh gosh, my stomach's gonna growl. Sorry to everyone listening.
So here, I will use the repeat grid. I can do horizontal and also vertical.
Oh, so we're using the repeat grid. Cool.
So then I can also adjust the width like that.
Yeah, so you can just hover in between the, I guess, padding area and just adjust padding really easily using the repeat grid.
So what I did over here is I already set certain contents ready. Let's see, size, I could do this. Oh wait, wrong one. Oh here. Ding! I can insert, I don't have to like type the text. So then what you need to fix is over here.
Cool. See how cool the repeat grid is, guys?
Oh, super fast.
That is awesome.
This is done.
Yay!
So I'm gonna group those together. This is regular ramen, and this is customize.
So again, just using the layers panel to organize your assets as you're working. That's just a really great thing to do.
I'm gonna do, looking for something else. You can order sides, or you can order drinks.
So in 26 minutes, our daily challenge submission deadline is going to approach. And yeah, so today's daily challenge is creating a prototype for stories for a social media app. And if you tuned in early this morning, 8:30 to 9 Pacific time, I hosted the XD Daily Creative Challenge. So be sure to watch that video so you can see how you can prototype a stories feature for a social media app. And that's today's daily challenge, so I can't wait to see your submissions in 25 minutes.
It's approaching.
It's approaching quick.
How long did it take you to do the first comp for the daily challenge?
We completed it in half an hour. Yeah.
That's pretty fast.
So it's super easy for you to do. It's not hard at all.
It's nice to actually do hands-on practice.
Yeah,
than
exactly.
just like watching it.
Yeah.
That's how you learn it. Yeah, when I learned XD too, like I was like, oh my god, I need to learn it. I was watching the video, but also like recreating stuff. So that helped me to learn all those shortcuts.
Yeah.
With the cool functionality.
And for the creative challenge, we also now have a template that you can download very easily. So download the template and it's just really easy for you to start designing right away. You don't have to worry about selecting what artboard to use or anything. So definitely download the XD file that's a part of today's daily XD Daily Creative Challenge.
So, oh, there, wait, no.
Has anyone in the chat watched today's challenge? Let me know in the chat if you tuned in to this morning's daily creative challenge.
Yeah, then you can ask questions.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time to ask questions. Teacher Marisa.
Yeah.
But in the meanwhile, I can walk you through what I just did. So I want people to be able to customize their ramen. Oh yeah, I already told them. If you don't know what to start, this is kind of preset that you can choose. If you want something besides ramen, you have the option to choose size or drink. So that's what I did. Since this screen is coming from the previous, it's popping out the new screen, so I wanted to make sure that user can click X and go back to the home page. So that's what I did. There will be the cart icon over here. So then you are in the process of ordering food. You can easily like click this and check what's in your cart.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I just did.
Cool. So it looks like Cecile watched. Hi, Cecile. Kyle watched. Jason watched. If you missed it, I'm going to be here for 2 weeks. So it's okay. Definitely just be sure to tune in tomorrow.
Yay!
Yeah. So right now
I'm on the customize ramen screen,
Okay.
the fun part.
This is the fun part.
A lot of American ramen shops haven't really like let you customize it. So hopefully sooner than later they will have more authentic version. So typically, before I go into, I want to show this little screen. If you never had ramen, this is the typical flow that you can customize your ramen. You pick a soup. Shoyu is soy sauce base. Shio is the salt base, more like the lighter soup. Miso is with the miso paste soup. This tend to be more lighter. Then tonkotsu is like pork broth, very heavy, hearty soup. Chicken broth called like paitan or tori soba. This is kind of similar to shio, but it has like a lot more flavor. Then some of the ramen could be tsukemen, like the dipping style. So this was considered as like another type of soup, so I put it over here. Abura soba is like no soup version.
Oh.
But like I think those, maybe like noodle was already pre-flavored, or all those topping is like more saltier side, so then you don't have to like have actual broth in it.
What's your favorite?
Oh, I'm gonna go for shoyu.
You have to choose one.
There's a soup that kind of like in between shoyu and tonkotsu, like
Okay.
it's called like tonkotsu shoyu. It's basically like the mixture of those two. That's my favorite. Tonkotsu is great, but it's get really hearty sometimes.
Okay. Mike says he's hungry. It's making him hungry. I'm hungry too, trust me.
It's a great way to promote fellow ramen shop. It's a great time frame. So then after you pick the soup, typically you start choosing, kind of similar to Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
You pick a sauce, then you start matching the noodle according to what sauce you choose. For here, I just have like straight wavy fatty noodle, but like Italian pasta, there's like a lot of different ramen noodle as well. Then topping, typically, those are the very basic topping. You get nori, seaweed. Ajitama is like the flavored egg. Menma is like the bamboo shoot, but like marinated one. Negi, scallion, chashu is like those sliced nice slow cooked pork.
That looks so good.
But those topping can be really different according to the ramen shop. And the one thing I found is this ramen shop has whipping cream.
Oh my gosh. Is that... Oh, wow.
Apparently it's a trendy thing to do, but I was like, woof.
That's a lot of, I guess...
A lot of little fatty contents in
a
the
lot
fatty
of fat.
soup. But basically this third part, you can like really customize it. That's where you can have like so much more fun with it. So yeah, I wanted to, before I start wireframe, I just wanted to show you like how the flow works.
Yeah.
So then when you're looking at my screen, it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So then I want to have some sort of mini navigation within this screen so then you can toggle through the stages of customization.
Mm-hmm. Soup.
So you get soup, you get noodle, you get topping.
Everyone is like, why is there whipped cream in ramen?
I know, I thought it was hilarious. I was like, hey, you never know. Maybe it's a really awesome combination you should try. Let me know if you tried though.
Yeah, let us know if you've ever tried whipped cream in ramen.
Okay. So then
So that's our menu.
Yeah, kind of. I want to treat this like a indicator, little stage thing. Since soup is active state, I want to make sure everything else is dimmed. So do this. I call that like active state because you're in the soup section. So do this. Maybe I will dim this color too.
Just a quick, I guess, tip. So you can also dim via color, of course, because we're using grayscale for the wireframes. But you can also just hit a number on your keyboard when you're selecting an object, and it also reduces opacity.
Yeah.
So if you want to reduce opacity, you can just hit a number on your keyboard, and you can use that to show the different active states if you'd like.
Yeah, the tricky part is, you know, you could technically dim this one, but since another layer is right behind it, I did the grayscale, but this is like solid background, so you can easily do that. You just need to make sure like what opacity you set, so then you're not gonna have multiple different gray color.
Yeah.
You wanna make sure the wireframe is nice and clean. All right, so I have my navigation, subnav, maybe that's what I call. Then now I'm gonna have each ramen thumbnail. Maybe it's gonna be the soup. So I'm gonna put it over here. Just make sure we'll know this is image.
Where did you get the image icon?
Oh, I got it from here. Ding.
Okay, so that's in the free wireframe kit that you can get from Adobe XD.
Yeah, if you want to follow their type style, you have option to do so too. So this is their color scheme. So I think you could do like grayscale or blue scale as long as you stick with one color theme. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's very nice and handy. So this I will say ramen soup title. Or name or kind. Then, yes, of course, people care about the price. I want to make sure price is indicated.
So that ramen soup is going to be $8.
Yeah. Hey, it doesn't make sense now, but it will eventually. So then, yes, people are going to care about the calories. I want to make sure this is exposed.
Yeah, definitely want to tell everyone or inform them how much calories are in their food.
This is more important, so I'm going to bold it. This, you can dim it because it's... If you really want to be healthy, you shouldn't be eating ramen.
All right, so 15 more minutes until the challenge submission deadline. So be sure to participate in the XD Daily Creative Challenge. So this morning we prototyped a stories for a social media app. So be sure to watch that video just so you can get a sense of what you need to be creating for the daily challenge today. And you have 14 minutes to submit your design.
Ooh, time's ticking.
So time's ticking, but there's time to quickly do it because I created it in half an hour. So
Whoa!
yeah,
That was
but you could probably do it faster.
Oh, here.
So right now we are, okay.
Select?
So is that a select button?
Yeah, because soup, you cannot really mix and match, so you can only choose one item at a time. So I wanted to do more like radio button functionality stuff, select button. So here's what's gonna happen. Let me organize this.
So you're using the repeat grid now. Probably everyone's favorite feature.
Ta-da! Then, oh here, and then 40.
Oh yeah. So you can easily adjust padding when you're using the repeat grid. Super cool.
Yay, so I have ramen soup screen ready. What I'm thinking is, according to, the discovery presentation that I did, we know that people might be interested in more behind the scenes story of the ramen. So each soup, I wanted to tell kind of like how it's made story. So then this button should open up like another screen that's kind of talks about like where it's come from, where the ingredients come from, how he made, and stuff like that. So I thought it might be interesting to feed in that kind of like crafty side of the ramen story.
Yeah.
So that's the intention behind it. So then the cool part is here, where I can do soup types.
So yeah, you can drag and drop a text file.
Yeah.
So cool.
The way I set up the file is you have those text edit file or whatever the text file is, but you want to make sure this is not rich text. Do those like, I don't know what's called, but like the very basic version of the text format. Otherwise it won't import. That's what I just noticed. But I already have all those things ready to go. Oops. Wrong one. Could do soup. Calorie.
All the different calories in our ramen.
Yeah, this is my guesstimate.
Which has the most?
I think tonkatsu soup is the most high calorie one, in my opinion. But never know. Maybe if you put the whipped cream in it, ramen could be
if you add whipped cream, that's gonna definitely increase the calories.
So then now I'm gonna do select state. I'm gonna keep as is. The only difference is I wanna make sure this button is filled.
So 10 more minutes until our daily challenge submission deadline. Again, if you tuned in this morning to the XD Daily Creative Challenge, I hosted it and we prototyped a stories feature for a social media app. Be sure to watch that video just to see how you can recreate it and submit that for today's daily challenge.
Yay!
So you have some time left, 10 more minutes. And you can also go into Behance and click the daily challenge button. And you'll have all the information you need to enter for today's challenge. So just 10 minutes left.
Then next. So this is a different type of button, so I'm gonna re-symbol as I'll say button like bottom. Or I already set full width, so I'll say I'm just gonna say bottom.
So that's just a really cool feature in Adobe XD. So in the assets panel, you're able to rename your assets. So you don't have to, I guess in the past, you just had to kind of, keep the name of whatever you imported it as, but now you can just rename your colors, character styles. You can, name them heading, title, subheading, body. So definitely utilize that.
It's important to name your board in a specific name so then you don't forget when you're linking. There's a cool shortcut that I just learned. Command D to get the new board.
To duplicate,
And this is again like same, I guess like similar functionality from like Illustrator and stuff. Once you like copy it, you can hit the command D and like do those like nice pattern and stuff. It's nice to have same consistency.
Yeah, so command D is another shortcut to duplicate artboards.
So I'll take this. So now this one, I want to do go back screen instead of close it.
So for this wireframe, we're again keeping everything grayscale just to focus more on the content hierarchy. And then later on we can, add color and images.
Yeah. Just want to keep it high level because you're not designing quite yet. Does this center look like it? So then, I want to do image background, so I'm going to keep taking my pre-created asset. When I took this shape, I actually went to material design this grid and like draw the square.
Okay.
I think this is how you use it because I actually measure it if this is like actually 16 by 9, but that's what it is. You want to have any image size consistent. So then once you're exporting the image, you don't have to like have different aspect ratio image. That client and developer will hate you if you have multiple image sizes. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, so make sure your image sizes are consistent throughout your designs.
Yeah, and like aspect ratio is very important. Right, Mike? Mike is our developer.
Oh, okay. Hopefully Mike heard you.
Yeah, Mike.
Are you still here in the Behance chat?
Where's my text? There. Ichiro's.
Oh, so Mike's asking what was the question.
Oh, no, I was saying you want to keep the image in the same aspect ratio. Otherwise, developer or content author need to slice out different images for like literally every single screens, which you will probably murder me if I do that.
I think murder is a strong word.
They will hate me.
They'll get mad.
Will like unfriend me.
Yes, he's saying yes.
Hey. So this screen is, I want to do kind of behind the scenes story of each soup. So, but I also want to feed in this most important information. Allergy now.
All right, so four more minutes or 4 more minutes until today's daily challenge submission deadline. So again, be sure to watch the XD Daily Creative Challenge video just to get a sense of what today's daily challenge is. So we prototyped a stories feature for a social media app. And there's a video on just how to do that. So watch the video and submit your challenge. And you have 4 minutes to do it. So countdown's on. Hopefully you've submitted your designs.
All right, maybe I'll do repeat grid too. So I'll do this. Oops.
So you're using the repeat grid. Okay, so for an allergy notice. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need one more. If you're a vegetarian, you can't eat pork, so no tonkotsu for you.
Does
Or-
anyone here have an allergy? I have a nut allergy, so
Oh, you do?
yeah,
I don't really have, but my husband has a lot of weird allergies.
it sucks. It just sucks.
So that's
Pretty lame allergy to have.
you cannot eat any kind of nuts, like tree
No.
nuts or.
I can't. Yep, I've taken Benadryl before.
Oh no.
I've had to take Benadryl before. And then you have to carry around an EpiPen. Can anyone else relate to my struggle? Yeah, Jason, you're allergic to chocolate? Yeah,
That is a
sucks
hard
having
one
an
too.
allergy. 2 more minutes until the challenge submission deadline. I hope you've all submitted your challenge today.
Mhm. So then, the one thing I always forget is if I edit text styling over here, doesn't apply to symbols. So I just need to mimic this. So let's do this.
So did you drag and drop a text file onto the object?
No, I just copy and paste it.
Oh, okay.
You can do that?
Well, yeah, if it's a part of a repeat grid, you can easily drag and drop multiple photos, or if you have a text file, you can just drag and drop it into a text object, and it'll automatically populate all the text.
So here I want to do gallery functionality, so I will let image start peeking out. Then I want to have description to each image. So I add this. There's a description. I want to do a smaller text size. Looks good. Yay! And I have one screen down.
Awesome.
So then what I'm thinking is either this stage or this stage, if you want to learn about how it's made, users should be able to click tap that, and that will take you this how it's made screens. Looks good. So I will do next noodle selection.
So 30 seconds left until the challenge submission deadline.
3 minutes is the amount of time you need to make instant noodles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Never had that. Cup noodles, 3 minutes.
3 minutes, you can make instant noodles.
You want to let it sit longer than that, otherwise it's going to get gooey.
Yeah, you don't want gooey, soggy noodles. All right. Challenge submission deadline is here. So now we're going to review submissions. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep. All right, so this is the first submission.
Nice.
I guess the app is called Quap. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly.
She designed the logo too?
Wow, love the logo. And if you click this stories icon, it goes to the first story.
Wow.
Really cool. Oh, cat. Cool. Love the interaction. And if you hit X, it just goes back to the home screen.
Nice.
Awesome job. Okay,
Very
let's
clean.
go to the next submission. So this is staff book. Love the logo. Okay, so as soon as you click, it just goes into the story.
Ooh,
And you used
like the animation.
Yeah, nice transition.
Was that like ease or
Looks like slide.
slide to the
Slide,
left, right?
yeah. And if you click the X, it goes to the home screen. Cool.
Very nice.
Very nice. All right, so that was from Kyle. Here's the
Aw,
third submission.
cute.
This is really nice. I love the colors you used. So if you hit login, wow, really cool. So there's a login screen, and then it goes to the home screen.
It's an
Oh, it's
Android-ish.
scrollable. Great. That was an advanced challenge, so
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you tried that out. It looks really good. Cool. So if I click this button,
Whoa, nicely linked.
wow,
Like the
that's really
ease
cool.
animation.
Yeah. And then if I hit this menu, hamburger menu, another
Wow.
overlay. So you used overlays. That's really cool. Wow. You went above and beyond.
Yeah, that looks a very complicated one.
Wow. Good job. This is really good. All right, and our final submission, I believe. Love the logo, love the header area, even a notification icon here. This is Scrollable tool. That's so cool.
Yeah, I like the nice little drop shadow. Very appy.
So if you hit the stories icon, it's slides left.
Nice.
And then as you click, it goes through the different stories. And if you hit the X, it goes to the home page. Very, very good. This looks so good. Oh,
Very cool.
awesome. Great job, guys. This is so good. Congrats. So I
Nicely
guess,
done.
yeah, this is really good. All right. So I guess, do we choose a winner?
Yeah, your feedback is what they win.
Okay. So
Ah.
you're winning our feedback. So, yeah, everyone did such great work, right, Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one.
This one?
I like the orangey one. It is very nicely designed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what I would say is though, it might be like, you know, the clickable elements are too close.
Oh, okay.
So like users might like misstep all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to like somehow separate it out. But you have like the camera one, so like I don't know like where exactly you would put, but maybe like all those like search and like other functionality could have tucked it in the main nav.
Oh, like tucked it into the menu?
Yeah. So
Okay.
then you know those notification like
Yeah, the
and
icon.
this main
Yeah.
the main add button is like not too close to be accidentally tapped.
Okay. But overall, everyone had such amazing designs. So
Nicely
thank
done.
you so much for entering, and you guys did such great work. So excited to see your submissions tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's challenge. We're going to be here same time, 11 to 1 Pacific time. Yeah, so this is a really good submission. I think we chose that, I guess, as today's winner. And I hope you enjoyed the feedback that you got. All right, so I guess we're gonna just jump back into designing with Lisa.
Okay. Now I have noodle screen. The cool part is I already have this set up. So I could just a noodle gallery, noodle price, noodle type. Boom.
And this is all using the repeat grid. So again, that's kind of a favorite in Adobe XD, the repeat grid feature. And it's super easy to make. You just draw out some objects and press Command R on your keyboard, or you can hit the repeat grid button and just turn it into a repeat grid.
Yeah, very convenient. I'll do this. Noodle select it. Then since it's selected, I want to make sure this font's available. Make sure those are nicely organized.
And again, we're using some UI from the free wireframe kit that comes with Adobe XD. So it's super easy for you to get. All you need to do in XD is just go to File, Get UI Kits, and then you can click Wireframes to get your free wireframe kit. And this is what it looks like.
Maybe I'll do this.
So that's our allergy notice in the app.
Yeah.
So if you're allergic to pork, wheat, egg, check out that area in the app so you know not to eat it.
Yeah. It's very important to know this, especially if you have severe allergy. So I want to make sure this is available to everyone.
Yeah.
Then I have a little description of this, how this noodle is made. I'm gonna keep this gallery functionality as well.
I believe someone in the Behance chat mentioned they're allergic to chocolate, and I mentioned I'm allergic to nuts, so we both sympathize with each other.
Maybe I'll fix this later.
Anyone else in the chat have a nut allergy? So right now we are, I guess, creating a product or a food description, or?
I wanted to do, since this noodle, different type of noodle go well with certain soups. I wanted to make sure that info is available. So what I'm doing is just adding the bullet point, so then if you go to specific noodle detail page, you know what's the best combination. So say that this is a wavy noodle page, we can have a section like this saying wavy noodle will go well with, oops. So then you know.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, maybe I'll,
Good suggestions.
yeah, next time maybe I'll try with this or something like that.
So Kevin in the chat is allergic to tomatoes and aspirin. And Little Star is sort of allergic to pineapples. Yeah, having an allergy is so annoying. You always have to inform, like if you're going to a restaurant, you have to announce that you have an allergy. Yeah, it's not fun. All right, so now what are we doing?
So I wanted to just quickly mock up how it's made a noodle version as well. So the detail page contents could be different according to, you know, what area it's been tapped.
Yeah.
This one's particularly interesting because I wanted to like suggest a best soup and noodle combination. But the basic structure will be same. You're gonna have opening image, little headline, explanation, gallery if you like to explore a little bit more. So now we have ramen noodle selected. So I want to do topping screen.
Okay, just really quickly, it looks like we have some more challenge submissions to review. Sorry about that for not reviewing it earlier, but we actually have two more. So I'm just gonna quickly review it now. So this was submitted by Agnes. Looks really good. So, okay, so first screen, I love the sketch effect.
Because it's
really
sketch
cool.
stories.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's really good. Let me just zoom in.
Those icons are cute.
Wow. Love how the colors all coordinate. Cool.
Nice UI.
Love the heart like button. This is really good. Let's see if there's more. Oh, so here's the prototype. So I'm just gonna select this and it goes into the stories screen, which is really nice. And then love the effects. The transition is really good. And if I hit the X icon here, it goes back to the home page. Oh, and this is a scrollable timeline. Yay, that's so cool.
Nice.
Wow, this looks really good.
I'm curious what's gonna happen to the little dots. The 3-dot navigation dot.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you need to have these 2 layers at the very top, so then if you like scroll up, that doesn't go over.
Oh yeah, so if you just hit Command Shift left bracket, it's gonna send your objects behind, like it'll send it behind, I guess, the header area.
Yeah, more like lower level of the layer structure.
Yeah.
So then this you can avoid stuff like that.
Yeah, so it doesn't go over the header. But overall, did such a good job. This is really good, right?
Yeah. It's cute.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, let's go on to the next submission.
Ooh.
So this is an app called Rounded. Love the logo you designed.
Nice branding.
Okay, so it's a prototype. Oh! That's
Who
us!
that is?
That's funny. That's us.
Yay!
So you took a screenshot and that's really cool. And then the next story, so really good.
I love you.
So I love the blur effects that you used for this screen. That's really good.
Very nice.
And if I hit the X, it's gonna go back to the home page. This is really good. And it's a scrollable timeline. Awesome.
Cute.
Really good. Oh.
Oh!
That's so
that's
cool.
a neat. I like that.
I just like round things. Good job. Oh, wow. This is really good. Good job, Rick. Did such a good job. Yay. Thank you.
Very nice interface.
Good submissions. All right, so let's head back to our design.
Oops. So now I'm working on topping screens. Then What did I think of that? I should do this.
So what screen are we working on right now?
I'm finally getting into the topping screen, which I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So there's going to be 10 different ramens to customize.
Sorry, I didn't add whipping cream as option.
Sorry, guys.
You're wondering, you're not gonna see.
So earlier we showed a photo of ramen, if you're just tuning in, with whipped cream. Very interesting combination. Unfortunately, we're not going to have that as an option in our app.
Hey, that's because that's not really realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have done it
Yeah, just for
fun.
Just for fun.
Then what I'm doing here is topping. Usually you can add and subtract whatever amount you want. It's not like just one time thing. You can add 2 eggs, 3 eggs. So I wanted to do the counter functionality. So that's what I'm making now. This.
So there's, I guess, another way you can select colors. So if you go to the assets panel, under the colors section, it's the top section in the assets panel, you can just select the actual color square and apply the color that way, in addition to going into the color picker.
Yeah, I should do that. So
there's just different ways you can choose your colors. So that's just another way.
well, benefit of this is if you apply color within this panel, and once you change it, it will globally apply everywhere, right? Is that how it's supposed to work?
Let's try. I know for symbols, when you use a symbol, I know when you adjust the color, it automatically changes.
So if I were to edit, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's
great.
what I should have been doing.
Yeah. So if you choose a color from the assets panel, and you'll use that to apply on different objects, it'll globally apply if you want to edit that color in the assets panel, which is really neat.
So then I could add okay, so I have my counter ready.
I'm excited to see this as a prototype.
I know. It's gonna be a lot of screen to be linking.
Yeah. We're gonna wire a lot of actions.
So 3. So my thought was certain toppings should come with as a default state. So I wanted to add this, fill out the number first, but to let user know that's the deal, I also want to add quick description saying 3 slices will come with. So then we don't have to charge them extra to add nice juicy pork.
Looks really great so far.
Oops. Then I want to do same thing for this egg.
So again, if you just hold down Option while you're selecting an object, it duplicates it, and you can easily just drag it and it holds it into place as you're dragging it.
So then this version, you could be a user, you don't really have to customize anything anymore. So I want to make sure this next view summary or complete to add other buttons available anytimes. But then I also want to start showing what will look like if you were to choose interacting with this section.
So maybe I guess mention why the button is kind of in the middle of the artboard.
We could do this.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh wait.
Oh, so yeah. So there's a feature in Adobe XD called fixed position. So if you just select whatever object you want to keep in place, that kind of, and if you extend your artboard, yeah, that kind of creates that scrolling effect like that, yeah.
Oh, and see, you're gonna have that kind of issue. Means
Yeah.
you need to.
So for the header area, you notice it's kind of overlapping. So we're just going to add a background using the rectangle tool. And also we're gonna make sure that it's, yeah, looks good. So that's how you kind of create that scrollable effect.
Yeah, just need to make sure certain layers are at the top. Whatever that you want to make it sticky, like fixed position, just need to be like topper section
Yeah.
of the layer.
So you want your layer to be at the top.
Nice.
Yeah, great. Looks good.
Then, oops. I'll save it just in case. Then I want to do Android native counter. So I think ramen toppings counter. So I could do this.
So I guess another good tip is just to name your artboards. Because especially when you're designing a complex UI, there's going to be many different artboards over time. So definitely make sure you're naming your artboards.
Yeah, when you're prototyping it, especially, you're gonna forget which screen you are even trying to connect together. So it's nice to have that.
Hi everyone is just joining.
So I'm adding some sort of gradient effect.
Oh, so now we're using gradients. I don't think we did that yet.
Oops. Alright.
So I guess in the color picker pop-up, you can just select that top, the drop-down area and just select linear gradient. By default, I think the option that's selected is solid color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you just select linear gradient or radial gradient, you can choose either or.
I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way. It's not coming out. So maybe I'll do this. Kind of. Yeah. Then I'll do this. Then I'll flip it. Then you can do the same thing over here. So it's kind of disappearing towards the bottom.
Oh, that's a cool effect.
I'm trying to edit that little this button thing.
So I guess by using the linear gradient, like drawing a shape object. I guess in this case it was a rectangle, and applying a linear gradient and adjusting the opacity, you can, you know, create that effect that Lisa is creating right now.
So this is typical Android counter UI. So I'm gonna.
Okay, so that's unfortunately near the end of today's stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure designing with you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be here tomorrow, same time, 11 to 1 Pacific time. And we'll be continuing. What are we gonna do tomorrow?
So tomorrow, I definitely want to like get through the wireframe and possibly start prototyping. So then you can actually see the flow of how each screen's gonna link together.
Yeah.
Then hopefully I will get to the mood board, like how I typically approach the design discovery or exploration.
Exciting. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.